ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Esteemed Center Stage with Global Thought Leaders, a Right Source Global initiative. I'm Ajuna Sharawat, Chief Anchor and Editor at Global Thought Leaders, and I will be your host today during the Center Stage interview. Global Thought Leaders is a platform where industry titans can share their experiences, thoughts, ideas, and best practices with one another and future leaders. We hope to bring together this global community of distinguished individuals by conducting these center stage interviews. Great leadership lessons benefit everyone when we can identify, nurture, and apply tricks of the trade that have proven to be successful formulae for many. In a nutshell, we seek to distill these industry leaders' multi-decadal learnings and establish a knowledge-sharing community. Today, we have Manoj Kumar. Manoj Kumar, an industry veteran, is with us today on center stage. Manoj is the GM-EHS of MG Motor India. He is an EHS professional with over 25 years of experience in long-term organizational safety goals and strategic implementation that is aligned with business growth. Manoj has previously held long tenures at General Motors and Honda Cars India Limited, and has core strengths in strategic planning and decision-making related to ESG, development of EHS and sustainability culture, and green manufacturing implementation. He currently manages staff, a medical team, a fire team, safety, health, hygiene team, and an environment greenification team as the GM-EHS at MG Motor India Private Limited. Manoj has received many national and international level awards and recognitions, acknowledging his dedication to passionately driving EHS and ESG initiatives. Hello, Manoj.
Good afternoon, Anjana, and thank you very much for such a inspiring and motivating introduction to me. So I'm really grateful, and I am rather, I would say I'm honored to be the part of this stage for sharing my views and thoughts.
Our pleasure, Manoj. Manoj, you have been in EHS and sustainability field for more than 2 decades. How has your journey so far been? Who have been your main influences and sources of inspiration over these years?
Yeah, thank you. Yes, I have been in the field of EHS around more than 25 years. But that time, when I started my career in EHS, so that time EHS was just merely considered or treated as a legal requirement, especially for those industry which have a manpower more than thousands in a plant. So basically it was considered as a legal requirement. So that time that legal or that EHS professionals say, so they didn't have any resources for effectively deployed that EHS management system. But I would say when the MNC from developed country like USA, Japan, UK, Germany, so when they entered in India for their business, so then safety culture word, it's known to the industry. It's started knowing about that safety or EHS culture in the industry. And nowadays, yes, EHS is a considered, EHS and sustainability is considered as a core business requirement of a company. So where we have all right resources to deploy the right EHS culture to drive our business. So a lot of changes from those days and now, we can say. Now coming to inspiration and motivational parts. So it's similar to others, like when we are at the schooling stage, so some teachers will be inspiring and motivating. So in family members, when we are working, so some bosses, some managers, so definitely they are the inspirational. But apart from this, in my views, my inspirations is people and environment. If anything an individual can do for the betterment of people and environments, so it will be great pleasure, and an individual can get a better pleasure and better motivations. So I am the similar of such individual. So for my inspiration is, of course, people and environment.
Your inspiration is people and the environment.
Yeah,
The people you work with or they're around you and the environment you're in.
right.
Wow, that's really very inspiring. Like from getting inspired from everyone and getting inspired from environment. That's really nice. It's a big takeaway actually. What are the key personality traits you've developed over the years that you believe have a significant impact on your role?
See, since I am a EHS professional, so EHS is directly connected to legal requirement. And what we understand, or especially in India, so people thinks legal requirement, that means anyhow we are supposed to do. Whether we are getting that right results by following that legal requirement or not, just for the sake of requirement, we need to do. But my understanding is something different. So it's a simplicity. It's easy. Yes, legal requirement is there for lifting of EHS system. But the right results, how we can get? So simplicity, right interpretation of the legal requirement. So is one of the quality or one of the things I could learn, that is the simplicity. Again, Johanna, I would explain this simplicity with giving some one example. When I was started my career with auto OEM, so that time I joined over there in a greenfield stage, and that industry was categorized as a MH unit. MH unit means major accident hazard units. And in automobile company, you can understand if the automobile company product is car, four-wheeler, so how many vehicle movement inside that plant would be there. So major risk is vehicle movements inside that plant. So I deployed a road safety plan inside that factory. And for speed control, so I make a guideline. I made that guideline 10 kilometer maximum speed it should be there within that factory premises. And accordingly, that communications, awareness, and the display, visual display, it was provided. But one day, my boss, Japanese boss, called me with he was there in a car. He called me. I went to him, and he asked me, please sit at the co-driver seat. So I gladly sit over there. I thought, what is going to happen? Maybe some other area he wanted me to take a round. So I sit over there. But soon I saw he was struggling to drive the vehicle. So I got a little bit confused. Boss, what is the problem? So he said, you please come at the driver's seat. I am not able to drive the car at the speed of 10 kilometers. So you please demonstrate. Then, being an Indian, so I make some different views. See, in India, if you are displaying 10 kilometers maximum speed now, so people will drive 20 kilometers, 25 kilometers. So what he said, Manoj, this is the rule. You have made the rule. If the rule is not possible to follow, so what is the need to make that rule? So please amend this and keep 20 kilometers speed limit. So this way, that simplicity, see, we are making the rules. In EHS, we are making the procedure systems, but whether it is doable or not, whether it can be followed or not, So that simplicity should be the part of that. The second things, Johanna, what could I say? So that is Sangen Sungi. Sangen Sungi is a 3R principle. So three reality principle. Again, it's a Japanese word. So Sangen Sungi. So three reality approach. So before making any comments, before making any reports, before making any judgment, so three reality systems approach we need to follow. Go to the sites, go to the real sites, see the real condition, and talk to the real person before making any appropriate comments. So since EHS, again, it's related to operation related things. So unless and until, if you are not connected with the shop floor at the working sites, so you are not in position to take the right decision. So 3R principles, again, when it comes to safety and leadership, so connecting to the people and involving the people in your goal, this should be the quality of a right EHS leaders. So connecting to the people, so that means you have to develop some system. Through that system, you are supposed to be there at the shop floor while seeing the actual working conditions, while seeing the where is the gap, whatever the procedures are there and what are being followed over there. So connecting and talking to the people. So connecting to the people, and since maximum involvement of the people through some committees, so that you can get that right feedback and connect to the peoples. So connecting peoples and maximize their involvement is, again, it is the great quality for EHS leader, what I could understand. And one more thing to conclude, that the right leadership quality in EHS, walk the talk.
Walk the talk.
Walk the talk. Because many things you need to instruct to the people, but you should be the example of following the same. Then only you will be the effective leader.
That was very insightful. Thank you for these, for letting us know about these important traits which are needed for the leadership role.
Yeah, especially for EHS, and yes, it is applicable to not only the field of EHS, overall that leaders.
Yes, to be connected to the ground reality is such a must. And yes, practicing what you preach, because people look at you, what have you done, like the subordinates, the other people at other levels. You, Manoj, you have a very long list of accomplishments and successes to your credit. However, we would like to hear about your top 3 challenges during the course of your career and how you overcame them.
Yeah, so while working, challenges will come. It's a part of our life. So we cannot think time will come where there will be no any challenges. Challenges will be there, and especially in EHS, so definitely challenges will be there, and time to time it will come. Since India is a developing countries, so lot of amendment, rules, regulations, facilities are getting changed as per that the betterment of that EHS. So one case, when I was in Japanese company, so that time there was a no facility in the NCR region where we industry can dispose their hazardous waste to the sites. So there was no common hazardous waste sites. So it was a very big issues and problem. So that time Pollution Control Board generally gives that permission to develop your secured landfill sites inside your factory premises, and just your hazardous waste you need to dump over there in a secure manner. So we called SLF, secure landfill sites. But how long and how many SLF sites you can develop within your factory premises? So it was a question. It was a very difficult time. So we explored how to recycle our all hazardous waste in making a bricks blocks and using the inside our factory premises. So on that project, so we worked and we got the approval from MOEF, Ministry of Forest and Environment, and that company was the first company in India for getting such innovative approval for making the bricks blocks from the hazardous waste of the operations. So one challenge was, yes, and it was converted into the opportunity. Second case, in the second company, again, I am not going to quote the name of that particular company. So in automobile company, so sometimes a company needs to recall the vehicle because of some issues. So we recalled 1,40,000 vehicle, and in all vehicles we changed the catalytic converter. So we changed that catalytic converter because of some emission issues.
Okay.
So in catalytic converter, so there is a precious metal which is very expensive, but because of catalytic converter, so that it is categorized as a hazardous waste. And in India, I think till now, in India, there is no any facilities to recover such precious metals from your catalytic converter. So what we were supposed to do? So we explored how to get that MOEF approval for exporting our hazardous waste to Germany.
Wow.
And we got that approval. We exported our hazardous waste to Germany, and where we got recovered that precious metals, and we generated the revenue more than crores because of that. And second, again, the challenges and how we are converting in an opportunity. So I can quote nowadays, in industry, diversity. So every industry, they have a goal, how to maximize that diversity, how to balance that gender. So 50-50 balance. So in our company also, so our goal is to balance the gender. So 50-50 percentage it should be there. Right now we are working on more than 37% diversity, and which is itself a highest number in India, especially in OEM, auto OEM.
Okay.
So yes, that goal is 50%, or right now we are at the 37%, but qualified, skilled female manpower getting is a challenge in auto sector. So the minimum qualifications for associates who are working at the line is ITI holder.
Okay.
ITI from electrical or mechanical or automobile. So this trade we require, but for female it is going to be very difficult. So what we did, so we are taking the females 12th pass from the villages, local villages, and providing the right training to them. And proudly I can say, so these females are giving the good result, meeting those quality requirements, meeting those safety requirements, EHS requirements. So now it is going to be a strength for our company.
Wow, this is very inspiring and very innovative. The way
And this is yes, and this is the requirement of time also.
Yes, the innovative approaches, like creating bricks and exporting, and then for gender diversity, you've included women from village. And the thoughts itself, the thoughts have been very radical and very innovative, very creative actually.
Yes.
It's really commendable. And how responsibly every challenge has been taken care of. You've been so responsible. Obviously, the role is to be responsible towards environment. So,
See, before hiring that female from the villages at the shop floor, they didn't have come across with looking or operating any machines. So it was the great challenge. So we have created a special training center for them.
okay.
So because safety is also important for them. And of course, meeting the quality requirement. Our product should also, there should not be compromise on quality part as well. So this was the challenge, and now we are getting the good result. It's highly
Amazing.
motivating.
Yes. Amazing. It's so motivating for the other women who get to see this happening in front of them.
Yes.
If I may ask, which region was this? Which?
So in Halol, so in Gujarat, there is a city, Baroda, and 44 kilometers away from Baroda in Panchmahal district. So basically it's a tribal area. And we are taking that females from the tribal area.
Wow. Wonderful. So there must be some leadership lessons also from there, because some women would have
Yes. My MD,
gone ahead.
My MD is pushing very hard. When we started the operation, so that time it was just considered, oh, it's not possible. Even in EHS, so you can get more female in environment field, but hardcore safety, it's very difficult. But in my team also, female are taking the lead. Even it comes safety, or whether it comes environment, whether it comes fire and sustainability, every field.
Wonderful. Manoj, you have a wealth of knowledge in the fields of EHS and sustainability. What are some of the most important lessons you would like to share with someone aspiring to be a leader in your field?
See, again, if you want to become a good leader in EHS, so you have to create, develop, and implement right EHS culture. And when it comes to culture, so that means individual behavior, it is going to be changed. And we know changing the behavior of individual, how it is difficult. But yes, in safety, in EHS, we can do this. So 3 key elements are there. First, that is knowledge, what to do, when to do. If person is knowing this, what to do and when to do, if he and she has a sufficient knowledge, yes, up to some parts, you can do that safety. The second is skill. How to do, what is the methods, how we can perform the job. If skill is there, so yes, some more parts we can cover as far as individual behavior or safety culture is concerned. The last part is willing to do. If person is skilled, if the right knowledge is there, but he or she is not willing to do what you are expecting, again, that your purpose, your goal is going to be collapse. So willingness can be done through motivation, some procedure, your systems, motivational procedure system should be there. And last, discipline. If despite of everything, if person is not doing, so there must be some disciplinary policy also there. So overall, EHS management system must be developed because of this. Then only you can create that right EHS culture. And once you create the right EHS culture, so definitely you will attain those all targets, goals, and sustain upon that. So this is the basic things. Without creating EHS culture, we can't think we will achieve the right targets, desirable results, and sustainable.
Right. EHS culture, the most important thing. we would like to hear your thoughts on the benefits of having someone with your level of experience and expertise in the field of EHS and sustainability on the boards of directors of various companies. What are your perspectives? What
Yeah.
perspective? Yeah, sorry.
So I think EHS professionals and EHS leaders, they can contribute in board also in a very well, because EHS persons, I would say they are the techno legal person. They know the technical parts also as well as the legal part also. And when it comes the legal, so majority of the legal requirement which is pertaining to the factory are there, and where that board, they are supposed to ensure that this we are meeting those all requirements. So EHS persons is right persons as far as techno legal is concerned. Plus sustainability, yes, now it is the part of EHS. ESG is the part of EHS, environment, social governance. So these are the things, these are the expertise. So definitely, so right EHS leader will contribute the functioning and performing the board to give that desired results for the business.
Absolutely.
Plus, apart from this also, so now it is carbon footprint management.
Yeah.
So starting from your operation, plus your product, plus your services. So how much carbon we are contributing in the part of emission. So this management also that EHS persons can deliver in a right way.
Right.
So these are the requirements for board also nowadays.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Manoj, we have been building the Global Thought Leaders community for cross-pollination of knowledge and a community of independent directors for having a better corporate governance in the country. What are your thoughts about these initiatives taken by the RSG team?
It is really a great initiative, I would say, and I must thanks to entire RSG team for such initiatives and developing highly professional leaders for and making a pool for the boards where India can achieve that desired business and drive that business. So India is a developing country, and where such requirement is more. So it's a really big initiative, I would say. So thanks to the entire team.
Thank you for your feedback. That's very inspiring to learn from you. That was a very fantastic conversation with you. I'm confident that your insights will inspire the next generation of leaders. We wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you for joining us today on the call with Global Thought Leaders, Manoj. Have a good day.
Thank you very much and for your time, and it was really a good interaction with you. So thank you very much.
Thank you.